Hello everyone, and welcome back to Shapez 2. Well, in the last episode we managed to put down these new train stations for the main platforms, and today, as you can see, we will put them to very good use. Basically, we will revisit all the previous milestones and upscale them a little bit in terms of production. As you can see, it will be very well worth it. And this is what we are working towards in this episode. As you can see, the input in the vortex is going to be increased, well, quite a lot to say the least. So, anyways, let's get into it. And we are back. Well, in the last episode we managed to put all this together, and I think in this one we will sort out the old shapes once more. So let's start with this one. Blue square and a red circle on top. But this time I would like to make this one a little bit more, higher throughput. So first things first, let's find a place. For example, we have a circle right here that we could paint, but I don't see enough squares to do it. So we have a square right here. And I would like to have the paints at hand as well. So let me check once again. So this one, blue and red. And I would like to avoid breaking and reshaping anything. I would like to have everything at hand. So circle. Well, I suppose we can deal with the red circles here, and we can deal with the red circles here. That's a little bit closer, and the blue paints here. We just need to move these guys, I suppose. Yeah, we can move them up here and then move them down. Yeah, I think we can work with this. So this is a relatively big deposit. And as I have said, I would like to make this one very high throughput. Let me see, how many milestones will we have? Okay, we will have quite a few. Oh wait, these are randomized goals. Okay, so we will have actually 6 total inputs for the vortex. I think we can dedicate 2 lanes, and we can have one on ground level and one on the elevated belts. So I think we are going to go for a 4 full belt setup here. So for that one, first things first, let's put in the actual mining platform. So as I've said, we will need 4 full belts of throughput. Then don't forget, we will need to have the auxiliaries. And then these can go straight onto a loading platform. So shape loader. Where is the closest red paint? Right here. Yeah, I think we can go south. So shape loader going this way. Yeah, single stop will be enough on this one. Okay, and then we will unload these guys somewhere here. Let me quickly set up the paints. So as I have said, we will need a 4 belt throughput, so we will need to have 4 painting platforms, and for that we will need to have 4 paint extractors as well. Do we have those yet? No, we don't. No, we don't. I know. So first things first, we will need to have the paint extractors. I will have one of them like this. And then we will have 3 more. 1, 2, and I suppose... Okay, you guys can move down here instead, I guess. And that will give us exactly what we need. Okay. Let me put in the painting platforms next. So for those guys, blueprints, painting platforms. For these guys, I think I will have them. Let's see. We can have one here, 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 and here. I staggered these guys out because the shape unloading platforms, well, they will be staggered as well. So the unloading platforms will be like so. 1, 2, 3, and 4. This might complicate things a little bit. So first things first, let's feed in the shapes. Also, don't forget we will need to have a train stop. And might as well feed in the actual shapes. There we go. So how do we deal with the paints? We might need to stagger these guys out even further. Thank you. You are done. And you are done as well. Lovely. I will deal with these guys in a second. Let's sort this one out first. So here we can actually make a tunnel. That's fine. That's easy enough. Same goes here. Well, if we move the train station back by 1, that should fix it. Here, then... Okay. Let me quickly think about this. So, this is a direct feed, that's fine. Then a tunnel for the paint platform, belt, I mean. Sorry, these are also... This is what we need. This is fine. Let me put in the pipes. This is fine. I am fairly certain that we cannot have this long tunnel. No, we can't. Well, in this case, I suppose we can move these guys back this way. And we might be able to get away with using paint tunnels instead. At least here. Yeah, I think so. So we will need to have a pipe tunnel here as well. Then a belt. Well, I suppose we can have these guys like so. And that will do it. Ah, please. Okay. So this should pretty much do exactly what we need. So we will need to feed the paints in on the northern side of these guys. So we will need to have, let me see, paint extractor. I guess these will need to be on this one, right? Yes. Okay. Might as well copy paste in this guy. Lovely. So theoretically this will give us the 4 full space belts of the red circle Also, don't forget to put in the rest of the train rail tracks. That's it. Yeah, they should do it. Next, we will need to put in the actual trains. But technically speaking, we can have, so stop, then 1, 2, 3, 4. Is this what we need? I think I will go for a 8 car long train for this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's check. Maybe this stuff needs to be here instead. Let's see. So load, and then yes, that's it. We just need to do the same thing here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I believe it needs to be here. So unload. No, needs to be 1 tile back. That's fine. We learn as we go. So anyways, as I have said, this will give us the red circles. These guys just need to go on a train, so don't mind if I do. Yeah, something like this will be perfectly fine. And this will be a very long train once again, because yes, we are done making this here, but the blue ones, I mean the blue squares will be, well, quite far away. So this is the closest square, but do we have any squares closer to actual blue? I really don't want to unlock the fluid trains just yet. Let's see, do we have any squares near blue paint? Thank you, the milestone is done. So this will unlock the pin pushers, but I think we will deal with this one in a bit. We are busy doing something else right now. So, as I was saying, do we have any... So we have square right here, and it's a pretty sizable deposit. And we have paints right here, so we could put these guys on the train, paint them. We could even merge them together here and then take it to the main platform. Yeah, I think this will be the most workable solution right now. Anyways, I think at this point, right now we are only making the last milestone here, so I think I will actually stop. Let me see. Wait, this is actually... Okay, we are not going to cut this one. Don't mess with things that we don't need to mess with. So, right now, what we need to do is a mining platform 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't forget to put in the extenders. That's correct. And then the loading platform for the gray shapes here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, I believe, right? Looks fine to me. For now, I will have this one jump over. Because this is a little bit more permanent than this one. So anyways, as I was saying, this one will need to be taken here to be painted. And once again, This needs to be this needs to jump over because this is not permanent right now. This train track is a little bit more permanent. I think we should only need this whole setup once again. So if you don't mind, I will copy paste this one. Ooh, we might need to rethink the way we extract the paints. Okay, let me copy paste the actual painting setup on the train platform. So we need this one. This is the, yeah, this is the unloading. This one can be this way, I guess. Or this way. Yeah, I think this way makes more sense. Okay, so in comes the shapes. Let's sort these guys out first. So we are feeding the shapes in. So how do we deal? We need 4 lanes of paints. Well, I suppose we can actually four feeding into the same belt. Well, in this case, we might need to actually unlock the paint extenders. Can we? Do we have any? Do we have enough points? Fluid man. Oh, 25 points. That's a bit of a problem. I already know that this one needs to be out by 1. Then a tunnel. Then another tunnel. And I will deal with this one at the end. Well, what about this way? Okay, this will give us enough paint. But we will need to split these pipes. Also, we will need to mirror these guys. There. So this is all right. Let's see, so we will need to have one here and another one 2 tiles down. So I guess what we are going to do is this side will feed in here. Sorry, that's not correct. This is correct. And these guys will feed in, I suppose, in this one, right? I think so. No, need to be here instead. Let's double check. Yes, I think so. If not, then we will rearrange it once more. Okay, you guys can go and we will simply copy paste this whole setup and that's it. So theoretically speaking, this should be all we need. So here and here. Will this be correct? Paint. No, exactly the wrong way. Except if we move these guys up by one, that's going to be a little bit easier on us. That's one. And here, yeah, once again, this will need to move up by one. So we are feeding this one, then here we will need to feed this one. Okay. So far, so good. Basically, we just need to do the same thing with these guys, but first, so this is set in stone. Then we will need to have a tunnel this way. Also, yeah, might as well just copy paste this one and this one. Then we will need tunnels here and here. And we can have it going this way. I think this will do. So, this is already working. And theoretically, this should work as well. Okay, we can bring in the shapes. Oh, wait, except we will need to extend this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. There. So theoretically this should work. Let's check. So 1, and we need 8 wagons, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have plenty of shapes awaiting, so very good. Four loaded and 8 loaded. Very good. Let's make sure this one works, and it does. We have the paints waiting already. Theoretically, this is good to go. All we need to do now is take them here and, well, is this close enough for a belt feed? No. I think we will take the red ones up here, merge them together, and then put them on a belt. So for now, these guys can go away. You will feed the other way, ideally. So Control X, flip it. Yes, we did waste quite a few shapes now, but that's fine in the long run. So yeah, the red one's coming in. Now we need 4 merging platforms. We should have that one. Yeah, there we go. That's exactly what we need. First things first, let me sort this one out. So I guess this. Then we will need 4 unloading going this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we will need to feed these guys out as well. Okay, you will need to be here instead, and you guys need to be staggered. Like this, I guess. So, tunnel. Tunnel, that's correct. Then we will need to feed these guys out this way. But the last one is way too long. Well, except if we do this. Then it will not be too long. Perfect. Well, just to be on the safe side, I will do it like this. Okay. So in you go, and here we can have a direct feed. So we just need this and this. You guys can go in right here. We just need to make sure that, yeah, these are actually backwards. You need to have the blue ones on the bottom. So Control X, flip it, and this should be fine. Lovely. Now we just need to bring in the red ones, and that should be it. So first things first, once again, we will need to have a stop here. Well, the length of this route should be short enough, but you know what, just in case. 1, 2, 3, 4. There. And you will need to go this way. With a stop here and 1, 2, 3, 4. This should do it. Let's give it a try. So this one and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 9. That's 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Let's see. So 4 gas loaded and 8 gas loaded. We already have the blue ones waiting. And here come the red ones. Okay. Now we only need to put these guys on a train and feed them into the main platform. Now here's the thing. As I have said, we will need... Right. Before I forget, as I have said, we will need to have these guys loaded into the main platforms in a way that will basically feed them, let me see, one car will feed into the bottom belt and one car will feed onto the elevated belt. So we will need to have these guys on 2 separate platforms. Right, yes. So this one will need to be separated onto 2 different platforms, and we need to have one of these guys elevated on the output. So I suppose you will have to be the one that is elevated. Yes, and you, well, let's make it this one. In that case, I will redraw these belts just to clear them out of the unnecessary shapes. And before we progress, might as well lay down the final platforms. So, as I have said, we will need to have 2 separate platforms. 1 and 2. Something like this. Right, and then that also means that we Yeah, this one is not quite where we need it to be. There we go. And this one can actually do this and this. Okay, let's check these guys. So this is the level 2 belt and this is the level 1 belt. Exactly. Let's see. Then we will definitely... Once again, just to be on the safe side, we will have a double platform, so one stop and one end. Yeah, need to be here. Just to be extra sure that we will have the throughput. So this one can go and, I suppose, feed in here. Let's see. You will need to go into this one. And you will need to go into this one. So right now this length of a station is overkill. We might want to rearrange this one a little bit. Yeah, because we will need to have the output capacity as well. Well, so this will be a 4 train length. Yeah, so yeah, this will be long enough. Okay, I believe that is all we need. I think so. Okay, let me put in... Well, I guess we need to have these guys here and here. And then jump over... Yeah. So we need to have a jump here and here. There we go. And then we will need to have 4 cars on each. Let's see what happens. So, first train. Gas loaded with the first shape. We don't have enough at the moment, but if we do have extra, then they will wait for a load. Then these guys make their way to the main platform and get unloaded right here. Lovely. And here comes the shapes. And there we go. Before this one, we only had a single quadruple bed going into the vortex. But right now, we have 16 belts altogether. Very, very good. This should speed things up a little bit, to say the least. You know what, might as well wait for this one to go in, because I want to see all those shapes piling into the vortex. So here they come. And these are not even the fastest belts that we can have. Later on we will have even faster ones. So this place will be very, very busy. Oh yeah, I love this. Okay, I believe this will pretty much take care of the first ever milestone for the rest of the game. So we will have the next milestone going in, I suppose, in these two. Then third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. And if we need to deal with the random shapes at the end of the line, this one and the next one, then we can use the jumping trains for these guys. Yeah, I am quite happy with this. Also, this one is done. Well, let me see. I think the most logical thing that we can do is to sort out the next milestone, which was, yeah, the green checkerboard plus the blue spikes. Do we have any full spike shapes anywhere? That would be, there we go. And we have blue paints right here. Very happy to see it. You know what? Can we map marker? Exactly. Lovely. I wonder how it will show up once we zoom out. So let's make it. What's the shape for this one? The shape code, I mean. Let's see. Operator. There we go. Let me copy this one. So I want to place down a marker with this shape, the spikes, save. That's... Oh, okay. So this is not exactly making a marker. It will actually save the camera position. So anyways, so that's the spikes, and then we need green squares. Do we have any square deposit? Yeah, right here. Let's see. Yeah, it's very close together, so I think we can safely deal with the second milestone right here. Okay, and we should have pretty much everything we need from the previous attempt. So if you don't mind, I will... it's a bit far away. So for this one, we will definitely need to run multiple trains. Anyways, first things first. Let's sort, I suppose, this one out. So, yeah, this one. This one will need to go, yeah, this way. Well, I suppose this way will do. Then the paints. I think we can safely copy paste this one, because this paint deposit is big enough. So we can put it, yeah, right here. So we will have the shapes coming in here. Right. For this one, we only really need, yeah, this particular train setup, and that's it. Okay, you can go away, put in this one, and that's it. Okay, so this will deliver the gray spikes. They will be painted and put on a train right here. You can stop for now. Then we will need this one. Now this one is a bit more interesting because we need to turn these guys into the checkerboard pattern. Yeah, so first things first. The actual mining platform. Yeah, I suppose this will be perfectly acceptable. We might as well copy paste the actual tracks. Lovely. Okay, so first things first, we will definitely need to have the paint extraction. Almost have enough space. What about this way? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so there we go. We have the paint. Yeah, we don't have the old setups anymore, so we cannot copy paste this. We will need to set this one up from scratch. Okay, if I remember correctly, it was on a double platform. So we will have the paints coming in this way. We can feed in the shapes this way. So shapes coming in right here. Also, how is these milestones? How long does it take for 100? Oh, it's very fast. Very good. So anyways, as I was saying, we will need to paint this one and this one. Don't mind if I do. Elevate it this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that means that this one will actually need to go this way, and this one will need to come out this way. Yeah. All right, and then we will need to have the paint coming in this side. Let me just... Okay, so we can have the output right here, then it will come down and come out this way. Then we will have the gray ones right here. So we can copy paste this one, flip it, rotate, and in you go. We can have the paint feed through this way. And I suppose we can bring in the paint elevated right here. Yeah, this will do the job. Okay, so let's make sure that we put the paints not on this side, but on here, elevated. Right. Okay, so theoretically this should be fine. Let me just double check. Let's see. Oh, sorry, that's about. We need a pipe. So is this correct? That's an output. No, we need an input. Is it correct? It should be correct. Oh, right. We have the paint deposit on the other side. Right here. There we go. Let's paint these, sorry, not paint, but put these in one more time. Okay. This looks... Wait, it's not elevated? Oh, sorry, this is facing the wrong way. you will need to go here, finally. We got there in the end. And then we will need to sort out, well, for that one we will need to have the shapes. So just temporarily, you will need to go away. Just temporarily we will need to feed these guys into the input, just so I can see what's going on. So, exactly. Let's see if I remember how we did this one. So first things first, we will need to cut these, then have a clockwise rotation here, then a swapper, yes. I think we can make this one a bit better. Let's see. No, don't overcomplicate things. This one will need to go on top, but the rotation will be the other way. Yes, and we will need to feed these guys in. Okay. This way. Oh, right. Except this one will need to be facing this way. Yeah, and with one space in between. It's coming back to me now. Also, let's leave some space for the gray belts. So, green and gray. Exactly. Right, and then we will need to have the stackers. If I remember correctly, they had to be here because we didn't have enough room in the middle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, except we will need to have one of these guys rotated. Right. Yeah, that looks correct. Okay. We can have it running this way, I guess. So that's 6. And these guys will have to go in this way. Right. Then we will need to copy paste these guys, go up. Okay. Copy paste this one, go up, put it in. Copy paste these guys, go up, and put in the last couple belts. So this should give us the exact same shapes, same rotation, same everything. Lovely. These guys can go into the outputs at this point. So you will go here and you will go here. Except, oh, right. There we go. Okay, now we can copy paste this one to the other side. Control C, F, rotate, no. There we go. That's it. So we need to do this one 4 times, right? Right, yes. I will not bother making this one nice. It already looks rather nice, I think. Okay, so let me see. Do we want to blueprint this? No, I think it's very situational. It's only being used for this particular milestone. Let me just check the other ones. Do we need checkerboard patterns anymore? Not really. Yeah, I think I will not bother blueprinting this one. So anyways, you and you can relax. I will move this one here as a template. So how do we deal with this? First things first, we will need... Let's see... This way... I think this is what we need. The paints are being fed in this way. Yes, except these guys need to be out. Oh, sorry. Control X, not just X. Right, and then this can go away. We will need to have... Well, I suppose we can move these guys up by one. Up. Up. And up. So this should make it a little bit easier to feed in the actual shapes. Yes, and then... Well, speaking of the shapes, you can relax. We should be able to have the unloading platforms here. Well, since we already have two spaces, okay, we don't need to have these guys up by this much. I think we have enough space for tunnels. Basically, we will need unloading platforms facing this way. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then one bell. Oh, sorry. Oh, right. The input is actually on the south side. Okay, so that means that, yeah, these guys actually need to be this way instead. So, in, and yeah, that's not long enough, which means that I suppose this pipe can be a tunnel. Right. Okay, so unloading platforms once again. Facing this way, yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. One. Okay, down by one. Well, I suppose we can put this here so it's a little bit more symmetrical. Also, yeah, that's a pipe, sorry. These guys need to be belts. Okay, so far so good. As for this station, as usual, 1 and 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Let me quickly copy paste this guy. And put in the tracks. Yeah, it will take a bit of time for these stations to fill up, but that's part of it. Yeah, okay, so now we just need to put these guys on a outgoing train platform, and that should be it. So we will need to have the final shapes assembled, I suppose, here. Yes. First things first, let's put these guys on a platform. Loading platform. We can have this guy. Here, I guess. Maybe this way. Okay. So we should have the first shapes arriving right now. This should give us... Yeah, perfect. And they are oriented correctly. Okay, now these guys need to go right around here. So that means that these shapes don't really need to be on a train platform. We need to have an unloading platform, but first let's sort out the actual merger. So it was done like this. I will copy paste this whole setup and let's sort it out. So we will need to have this one is going on top. So we will need to have these shapes this way. This shape, this train depot needs to go back right here. That's fine. I will also add in a couple more because this is going to be a very long delivery. Right, okay, so this can go away. You will need to go in right here, I guess. So the blue shapes go on top, exactly. Now we need to sort out the actual drop-off. So, drop-off station. Yeah, here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then, once again, one stop, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the actual stops. And we need this one going there. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this one, I think it's going to be a 2-train setup. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. And the shapes are already waiting for pickup. Here we go. We will need to follow this one because we need to make sure that they actually do what we need them to do before we put the final shapes on a train, and we are already very, very close to the end of the episode, so let's hurry things along. Also, this one is done, and we are more than 1/4 way towards the next one, so that's very good to see. So anyways, in comes the shapes and out comes the exact ones that we need. And once again, this one is elevated and this one is ground level. This one is ground level and this one is elevated. Also, okay, for a second there was no shape here, but now there is. Okay, so in comes the 2 levels of shapes right here. This just now needs to go into the main platform. Let me see. Just to make room for more trains, well, let's see how far we can go with only 2 trains on these guys. So first things first, let's put in another set. And another set. And now these guys can go into the main platform. Technically speaking, we could even merge them into a single track, because we have access to different colors at this point. But don't overcomplicate things. Let's just have 2 tracks. We can afford it. So you will go this way. Right here. And you will go in here. And but technically here, so you can go this way instead. So the second one will need to go into this one. Right. So we can bring in these guys right this way. I was kind of hoping that we could avoid this. I really don't want to go the long way around, so yeah, unfortunately, well, yeah, let's just jump over. So hopefully exactly. Oh yeah. Things are a little bit more organized than they were before. Also, you guys can get reset. Now, these very long tracks, I think they actually eat up a complete tile on the platform units. Let me check. So if we do this, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, never mind. They are not actually using up platform points. The important thing is that, yeah, we have the correct shapes loaded up. Perfect. And since this is a very, very long track, I think we might have enough at the ready by the time these guys get back home. Okay, so at this point, we are pretty much back to normal. We have the blue and red, basically the first milestone, going into the vortex on 4 separate lanes, and we have the second milestone doing the same. Very good. Claim this one. I think in the next episode we will sort out, yeah, the third milestone, and then we will move on to the fourth one. Anyway, speaking of the milestones, there we go. Do we have enough on this one as well? Yes, we do. Very good. Well, we might as well wait for it. It will put us a little bit over time, but I don't mind. I just want to see a very, very busy vortex. And okay, here comes the first ones. This one will be a little bit longer because this belt is longer. Plus the train had to make a long way around. Also, I can see some gaps on this one, so we might need to increase the train frequency on this particular shape as well. Anyways, I really want to see this one before we go. Oh yeah. Things are getting very, very busy. Very happy to see it. Also, yeah, this lower lane is not actually working, but it's coming in. So, anyways, and this is only on 2 levels. We have not unlocked the 3rd level yet, so yeah, it's going to get even busier than this. Oh yeah. So, anyways, I think all that is left to say is that thank you for watching. If you like the video, you can leave a like, leave a comment, and maybe subscribe to the channel if you want. If you would like to support me a little bit more, you can do so by clicking the join button and becoming a channel member, which will give you a early and ad-free access to these videos. Once again, thank you for watching and thank you very much for your support. I will see you in the next one. Thank you and goodbye.